All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is 5 p.m. West Coast time, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. It looks like we've got at least one person here in the Statter box. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. And if you're here with us, you are part of the Statter box crew. Shock here letting us know that we have got the gear. Excelente. All right. Goof evening, Rick. Good to see you. And goof evening is definitely the spirit of the day today. Yes, indeedy. Boy, oh boy. Anyone want to guess what I didn't get today? Yeah, more on that later. But until then, why don't we just, get the party started? All right, then. Yes, indeedy. It is or was supposed to be Dishwasher Wednesday, but instead, no, 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 no. We're having to change things up a little bit because instead we're going to be talking about rewilding Wednesday. But we're also going to be talking a little bit about a dishwasher because guess what, you guys? I didn't get the dishwasher today. No, no, I did not. You know why? Because on Monday night, I was a little suspicious and I was like, I didn't really read that email that I got from Home Depot after I ordered it. And maybe I should look into things and stuff. And so I logged into my little Home Depot account and I got this message. So, my date ordered last week, a temporary connection prevented my request from going through. Please try again. Yeah, please try again. So I did try again, and I tried again, and it kept not happening. And so I ended up, I ended up calling my credit card company because my credit card company kept telling me that I needed to activate my card. Hey, Darlene, good to see you. I am regaling everyone with tales of woe in regards to the expected dishwasher today. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So, before I go a little bit more into that, let's see here. Shock, you looked into things and stuff just in time to rescue your TSA pre. Yeah, and Rick, you can always do takeout to solve that missing dishwasher problem. That's exactly what I did last night. Last night, I was like, you know what? Because I figured this out last night, and I was like, you know what? No, no, no. I can't even deal. All my dishes right now are perfectly clean. I'm going to go get a box of Chinese noodles and eat them right out of the box. I'm going to just, no dishes, just chopsticks, and it'll be fine. And hey there, Kenny from the Cove. Good to see you here. Poppy Shaney, fantastic. Thank you so much for subscribing again. And I'm so happy to see you. And let's see here. Darlene talking about Shock's trip. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, you guys. So now that we've got more folk in the stream, I thought we could do a little reminisce in a second, but in a few minutes, but in a second, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do word salad today. I wanted to talk about Shock. Had to do a global entry interview and it was scheduled for the next day and completed before the appointment time. Oh, wow. Yeah. So you definitely had to hustle your bustle there. And, Kenny from the Cove, thank you so much for sending something in the mail. Can't wait to see what that's all about. Although I think I have an idea, but we will see when it gets here. And let's see. Oh, Pussycat. Perfect. Good to see you. All right, you guys. So I went and I dug through the archives of the old scene to gather some background background info for everybody who hasn't been around since the beginning. And so let's see here. CBP did the interview on Zoom one time. Guy was nice, mind blown. That's awesome. That there you go. But you didn't have to do this to go to Hawaii, right? This is a different interview for some other kind of travel, I assume, because I didn't have to do anything fancy when I went to Hawaii. So I'm a little confused about that. But all right, you guys. So I dug into the archives and I thought we could watch a quick little video of where the story began. And then I will finish with where the story is now. So let's go back in time for a minute and point and laugh at what this stream used to look like. And then we can point and laugh at what it looks like now. But first, hold on. Before we do that, Shock was saying, no, you had to renew global entry, which rolls over on your birthday. Ah, gotcha. You got suspicious when that day came and went. No new card. TSA pre is included in GE. Got it. Okay. Well, now that we've cleared that up, let's take a walk back in time and remember, well, where it all started. So I get to the first part, which is turn the thing over. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's the hose that I want to replace. So I think to myself, well, now wait, if I can see it and if I can access it, maybe I can jimmy rig and work around it. Because I have a mechanic friend who sometimes jobs will take like 4 hours because you have to undo stuff and all the way just to whatever. And sometimes he's a 25-year ASE certified mechanic. He can afford to take these risks. Not me. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, sometimes he'll just sort of like not do it by the book, but he'll just give himself enough access to, if you get in there, you can get it done and you don't have to take everything apart. I was thinking I could do that. So in the name of doing that, I found the edge of the hose that had been chewed through, so I thought. So I found that end of the hose, and I felt, 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 and I kept feeling until it became clear that no, the rat had just like completely gone to town. I mean, 100%. I didn't even have enough. Where's the camera? I didn't even have enough repair hose to, it just isn't even. So at that point, I was just like, I don't even know where to get this hose right now, because the hardware store didn't have this size hose. Maybe other ones do. I don't know. But it's so much of the hose. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to have to replace the whole unikoupler at this point and spend the $250 to get the expensive part. But on the bright side, I know how to fix the part now, or not. I know how to install the part, replace the part now, and all the gross water and disgustingness of moving that stuff, well, that's already been dealt with. So the gross part's kind of already been done. That's what I'm telling myself. Once we take off the casing, who knows who even knows? Oh, and then I noticed also the stupid rat started to chew through the power cord. Luckily, just the black rubber out thing. There's no wires or anything exposed, and so I can fix that with duct tape. Yay! I get to use duct tape. But yeah, the hose is just completely. It was a rat chew toy, and I did wonder when I saw all the remnants on my floor. Like, wow, that seems like a lot of remnants for just going through the hose. But I did not connect those dots. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's exactly right. Medium 7 up. You got it. So, yeah, that was the background. But while we were getting into the background of the Dishwasher Saga, I noticed we had a huge influx of folks from Terry in Scotland coming in with a raid. Thank you so much for hitting us up. And in case you were wondering what in the flying fork are we doing here, that was just a video from about a year and a half ago, letting everybody know just what the source of my dishwasher woes were. Vanilla Coke Pepsi also came in. Super stoked to see you, Vanilla Coke Pepsi. It's been a while. You've probably got school started and everything. And then Poppy Shaney, of course, bragging about his trip to Oahu and meeting Pecola Tea. I swear Pecola Tea has got the Golden Slipper Award for meeting the most of the Hamajangers and Statterbox crew, whatever we want to call this huge group of folks that we hang out with here. So very excited that Poppy Shaney got to meet the infamous Pecola Tea. She definitely has been meeting almost everyone, it seems. And oh, awesome. You had a super dinner with Andy. So, okay, cool. What I know that it's none of my business, but where did you guys go to eat dinner? Andy and I went to what was it? Zippy's. So it was nothing fancy, but it was delicious. So I'm just wondering where you and Andy went for a meal. Super happy that you and Andy were able to get cross paths. And Pinnell, hey, good to see you. I think Gina, I didn't say hi to Gina yet. I don't think either. And let me go through here. Kenny from the Cove saying that the Rats should do an episode of My Strange Addiction. Well, I think rats have like a definitely don't quote me on this, but I feel like rats are one of those things where the teeth are like always growing. So they always kind of have to gnaw on stuff to like keep them in check. And so, I guess you can't blame a little rat for doing what's natural. But on the other hand, I really wish it would have done what was natural. I really wish that it would have done what was natural later on. So, or not later on, but elsewhere is what I'm trying to say. And rats are nasty, and I'm glad they don't live near me. Vanilla Coke Pepsi says, wow, you guys, you don't have rats up in your area? That seems weird. I kind of thought that rats were a universal pest, as it were. And, let's see here. Asiagos. That sounds delicious. I like a good Italian place. So yummy. I've never heard of it, but I do believe it's kind of cheese. So it sounds delicious. And Katie Zora, that's what I thought. I thought that rats were like kind of everywhere too. And so, yeah, Gina, you snuck in on the raid with Terry. That's kind of what I figured. Super, super stoked you made it in. And it looks like eMusic might even be here. Oh, there you are. Good to see you, eMusic. Awesome. Excelente. And, oh, that's too bad. Shocked that you won't be able to see Pecola Tea, but you know what? I'm not really surprised because she's probably off flying, to the continental United States. She's probably like going to be in your home state while you're in her home state. I swear Pecola Tea gets everywhere, which is exactly why she has met all of the flippin' Hamajangers. Oh, okay. So she's going to Tokyo. Wow. Well, all right then. That's a dang good reason to be missing her. That's a big old trip. And Pinnell, your friend says there's no rats in Alberta. Oh, I can't believe that. I mean, I'm not calling you or your friend a liar. I just find that so hard to believe. On the other hand, Alberta is cold as a flying fork, and there's a whole lot of open spaces. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Well, now I'm very intrigued. I'm going to have to go down a little rabbit hole on this. We're not going to go down the rabbit hole today, but all right. See, we're learning so much random stuff here. And Katie, yeah, I kind of thought that rats could live in extreme cold too. I mean, I kind of figured that that any place there's humans, there's rats. It's any place there's humans, there's rats. Maybe not big rat infestations, but there's rats, right? And let's see here. So Poppy Shaney, he's all up in Pecola Tea's business, and apparently we are not going to be able to see her for a while because she is going to be busy doing things for the foreseeable future. Awesome. And Gina's saying we had a few mice and vermin, but none since 2 years after we got Pippin. Young Pip was a hunter. There you go. And yeah, well, exactly, Chuck. Alberta probably does have plenty of eaters of rodents, but that would then mean that the rodents are there, right? And okay. So Vanilla Coke Pepsi, there are rats where you live, just not super common, which totally makes sense. Because if you do live in a rural area, the rats probably have better things to do than mess with your stuff. Whereas if you're in an urban area, rats and humans definitely have a coexistence, as it were. And as Kenny's also saying, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between rats and humans. Yeah, there is some truth to that. And let's see here. Okay, Katie, we'll be here. Come on back. And Vanilla Pepsi, it's not necessarily that rats are a problem. Usually, it's just that my cats, they like to bring them inside to hunt them inside. And then sometimes, like, the rat just gets out of the reach and then they forget. And then now I've got a rat in my house. So it's not like my house is infested with rats. In fact, my house is relatively rat proof, except for the cat door that the cats use to bring the rats in. So, yeah. And Pussycat, I've come across a few ratty people. Yeah, well, Pussycat, I'm not trying to, hold it against you, but you do live near several Florida men. And Florida man does have a reputation for being, well, just about anything, huh? And Shock, yeah, you're right. Those cute pictures of foxes running and pouncing through the snow for some kind of mouse or other rodent. Yeah, totally. And actually, what was that book called? I think it was called Never Cry Wolf or something like that. Farley Mowat, maybe. Anyway, he went and studied the wolves up in Canada, and at the time, no one thought that wolves would hunt or eat mice. But during, I guess, a certain season when there's nothing else except for thousands upon thousands of field mice, the wolves have this heyday and they just eat. It's normally we'll eat, a deer, but instead we'll just eat 40,000 mice today instead of a deer. And so let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi. The only reason Florida man is a meme is not because Florida has more sickos. It's because Florida has a law that makes headlines and reports be more specific than the rest of America. I don't think that's true, Vanilla Coke Pepsi, but I do think that there's so many, headlines that do say Florida man, blah, 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 that, I don't know, man. I don't think there's any law in Florida to do with headlines. I mean, that's a freedom of speech issue that is up to editors and the headline writers, I mean, let's see here. Okay, so the Miami New Times claim that freedom of information laws in Florida make it easier for journalists to obtain information about arrests from the police than other states. I find that hard to believe, actually. I mean, the freedom of information laws are the freedom of the press is a national right. I don't really know if that. The Miami News Times might claim that, but I just don't know if that's necessary. I'm skeptical to that statement. I have no doubt that Wikipedia is reporting that, and I have no doubt that Miami Times even says that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not so sure that is a truthful statement. That's what I'm saying. I have no doubt that Miami Times published that statement, but I'm not so sure that is true. Freedom of information laws are a federal. It's a countrywide thing. So state by state, it doesn't work like that. Now, that being said, the difference in laws between the United States and Canada and what you can and can't report for arrests absolutely is extraordinarily different. But basically, it's really an editorial decision on, and then there's also some industry standards in the industry. For instance, people who are sexually abused and or minors generally aren't going to be named, even if the journalists have the names, because it is in the paperwork that they're publishing from, or that they're writing about. So there's guidelines and stuff like that, but I don't think it's a I don't think there are state by state laws. Um, I mean, obviously, somebody who works in the industries in different states, anybody who works in publishing, etc., journalism, I guess is really what I'm trying to say, who knows differently, by all means, correct me, but I don't think it's a state by state thing. I mean, Freedom of Information Act is is a countrywide thing in the United States. So, let's see here. Pussycat, this place is so hillbilly that I drove your red pickup truck down the street and people wave. It's a little town. There you go. And let's see, Kenny. Statter's cats. Let's take a rat in the house and hunt it. Cats take the rat outside, but once there, they spy a box that Statter left out. The cats in unison. It's a box. The rat gets dropped and skates free. Cats don't notice. Tune in again for next week of As the Rat Gnaws. Yeah, exactly. That's not quite how it works, but it's as close to reality as you're going to get without a doubt. And yeah, hey, Shock, I was wondering, when are you going to be going to Oahu? Poppy Shaney is wondering if the let's see here, when it is. And okay, so Vanilla Coke Pepsi, CNN has more information to better articulate what you're trying to say. Okay, cool. I will definitely look into that, because what you're saying intrigues me. It just is very it seems very counterintuitive, and Florida really does make it easier to dig up these things. Okay. All right then. Here we go. I'm sitting here learning something all the time, but I don't know. I mean, it's like the let's see here. Okay, so and Rick's coming in. Federal crime is Freedom of Information Act. That's a national thing. You think state crimes are covered by each state, FOIA? Okay. All right. I am totally learning something here. This is fantastic. I don't know if you guys are learning much, but I'm learning something, obviously. And let's see here. So Shock is going to DC tomorrow night for the Aikido seminar. And on Monday, flying to Maui. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday, right? Okay, so you've still got a little bit till your situation till you're flying to the Oahu's, and Vanilla Coke Pepsi. Not much happens in Ontario other than Drake and Justin Bieber and stuff in Ontario. Fair enough. Whereas Florida, I mean, honestly, part of the reason I think why Florida has so many headlines also, though, is because there's a whole lot of people from out of state that go to Florida. And when you're in another state's culture, sometimes you do stupid stuff. I mean, I guess then you're not necessarily Florida man. You're like Minnesota man visiting Florida. But still, I don't know. There's just there's a lot of people who go to Florida, whereas not that many people probably go to Northern Ontario and do stupid stuff. Right. And I know, Poppy Shaney, right? 5-hour trip is is long enough to go to Hawaii, and Shock is doing, it sounds like, a straight across, direct flight. That's 9 hours. Oh, that's a long time. I could fly to Europe for that. And let's see here. Okay, Pussycat, I wasn't going to be the one to say that, so I'm glad that you're the one who came in with, there's just a lot of idiots in Florida. There you go. And, Shock. Okay, so you've got, so it's a 2-part trip. So it's 9 hours from Chicago and then 2 hours to Chicago first. Oh my. And yeah, okay, that's exactly what I was trying to say, Shock. Florida has a lot of people who are from somewhere else. And so when you get a whole bunch of people who are from someplace else, chaos ensues. So, holy crap, dude. So Shock, you've got a 3-hour drive to DC, and then from DC to Chicago is a 2-hour flight, and then from Chicago to Hawaii is a 9-hour flight. So that's 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 3 is 14. Oh, 14-hour trip. That's a long time. Okay, you're driving a little bit. Oh, that's why you were saying you're driving to DC tomorrow and then flying on Monday. So okay, so that is a little bit better. All right. All right. All right. I can give you that. And Pussycat, all of them from California and New York. Really? I would not think that they were from California. I know that New York and Florida have like a direct pipeline, from birth to grave, but I had no idea that there was a lot of California transplants. I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise me because there's California transplants flipping everywhere. That's what, those are the people we don't like in Washington either, is the California people. Californians go everywhere, so I guess I shouldn't forget that. And let's see here. Rick, we've had that 9-hour flight from Chicago to Honolulu. You can do it with your eyes closed. That is super ideal if, as Shock says, only the sleepers can do that. And you know what? Actually, Shock, I'll tell you what. I am a sleeper. I sleep till sleep won't sleep no more, and then I'll sleep a little bit more, and I even can't sleep on airplanes. So I fully understand why you're just like, yeah, And let's see here. Canadians Canadians hate Californians. The two states we hate most is California and Texas, and then Florida is in the mix. Yeah, doesn't surprise me at all. I honestly think, and I don't know, I have no statistics to back this up, but it seems as though, from my anecdotally speaking, every state hates California. And as it turns out, I guess Canada hates California too. And so I just think it's sort of a universal. Everyone hates California. I know Washington does. Washington has hated California since the minute I moved from Hawaii to Washington in 1978. So that's a long time. Now, I'm sure that Washingtonians hated Californians even before I got here, but I can't speak to that because I wasn't here yet. And, Vanilla Coke Pepsi, the toxic wasteland of celebrities, absolutely. But homeless people, that's actually up and down the West Coast. That's not a California thing. That is virtually every city up and down the West Coast, no matter how big, no matter how small, you got homeless people. And so, really, Shock, Virginia does not hate California. Okay, all right. Hey, Charles, good to see you. We are now, at the moment, talking about whether or not every state in the Union and Canada hates California. And I was under the impression that almost every state hated California. But apparently Virginia, which Virginia is made for lovers. So I guess it makes sense that Virginia doesn't mind California. Virginia is okay with California. But every other state hates California. And so Kenny from the Cove, Canada hates California. I so love Canada, says Kenny. There we go. And Pinnell in with the wisdom. Everyone in Canada hates Toronto, except for Windsorites. That's funny. That's funny. And Vanilla's just like, oh yeah, even other Ontarians, or however you say that, hate Toronto. Let's see here. Poppy Shaney, Shock, when you were in Virginia, you were amazed at how few homeless people there were. See, yeah, dude, it's a West Coast issue. It really, really is a West Coast issue. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, yeah, I thought that there was also a real, animosity to the Quebecois, as it were, the Quebecers. I did think that there was in Canada a bit of an animosity, and I didn't know that everybody hated Newfies. I just thought everybody makes fun of Newfies. And AC Honda coming in. There's a Californian in the room. How's it? That's funny. Let's see here. And let's see here. red and blue states. Well, I don't know, dude. Are you telling me that Florida doesn't have any homeless people? Because I mean, I thought that Florida had some homeless people. I mean, I honestly, I kind of thought that homeless people were almost everywhere. But let's see here. Poppy Shaney, Canada has the greatest hockey franchise in the world, the Montreal Canadiens. There we go. And let's see here. Charles K. Well, some Californians would agree it's definitely a difficult place to get comfortable. Pacola T, tuning in late. Did you get your new dishwasher? Well, it's funny you should ask, Pacola T, because no, I did not. Instead, what I got was a message from Home Depot letting me know that when I tried to order it, a temporary connection error prevented my request from going through. I had to try again. And so I tried again. I tried again and again, and it kept not going through. And so finally I called my credit card company, and it said that I needed to activate my card, which was weird because I already had activated it 3 times last week. And so I activated it again. And then they made me activate it again. And then and then they took me to fraud control or whatever. Anyway, finally, last night, I ordered night before last, I ordered the dishwasher for real. And next Wednesday, in theory, it should be coming to my house. So the Dishwasher Saga continues. And not only does the Dishwasher Saga continue, yesterday was not a very good day. I fell and I bruised my hand. And I don't know if you can see how bad I bruised my hand, but it doesn't matter because I have a picture of how badly I bruised my hand. I fell. And that sucked. So I guess it's time to stop wearing my flip-flops and start wearing real shoes because it was the flip-flops that made me fall. So yeah, and you want to see something gross? Turn your eyes away if you don't want to see a bruised knee. But my knee got bruised too. I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1. Bruised knee now. That's what my knee looks like. And then that's what my hand looks like. And so, I'm complete, and like my joints all hurt from catching myself because I'm not tiny. And so, and yes, Darlene, I am totally cursed with that stupid dishwasher. I am so glad that I'm getting rid of this dishwasher and hopefully getting a new one. So it looks like in theory it's in the cards, but we'll see. But my first clue, because I was suspicious, I was like, I just don't know if that email. Anyway, I had to check my credit card, and I was like, oh, the credit card charge didn't go through. So yeah, I totally just yesterday or maybe the day before, whenever it was that I did it, I had a lot of phone calls. And let's see here. Oh no, Poppy, don't tell me I've got a torn ACL. Yeah, no. Honestly, the knee looks horrible. But of all the injuries that I sustained, the part that aches the most right now is here from, I think, I'm guessing just, the jarring of catching myself when I fell, my little biceps and my elbow joints were just like, whew, that was a bit of a workout. And exactly, Kenny, those signs in the mountains are a lie. Falling does not rock. C Honda, is it a rat that chewed the order connection? Honestly, I don't know. It was a rat in the system. I don't know what the flying fork. I don't even know what the problem was, actually, because even Capital One was like, we've got your card marked as fraud, and we never, and they're like, didn't you get an email letting us know that it was, we had a hold on your fraud card, on your card for fraud? And I was like, no, you kept sending me emails telling me I had to activate the card. And every time I logged in and did whatever, it forced me to activate the card. So I was stuck in this weird activation loop that then I think caused the card to go to fraud. Like they were, I don't know. And where? Good to see you. And that is exactly it. Instead of kitchen, it's there's a rat in the system. What am I gonna do? There's a rat in the system. What am I gonna do? Yeah, that's exactly it. And oh no, you're right, Bacola T. I have been kind of injury prone. My punch card is getting filled. Next visit to urgent care is free. I didn't even think about that. No, luckily I just took a bunch of ibuprofen and for the most part, I'm feeling fine. This morning though, I did notice this morning I was expecting my knee to just be awful. I was expecting my hand to be horrible. No, they're fine actually. It's my little elbows that are just like, that was weird. Didn't fall on my elbows. But let's see here. And Anne's coming in late to the game. No, I didn't get my dishy-washy. I didn't get my credit card stolen. I did fall. So to recap, Anne, when I made the order, something was already going weird with my card. My card has been in my possession the whole time. There is no problem with the card except for the card having a problem. So I tried to order last week and I thought it went through. I got an email from Home Depot that indicated it went through. But I never really did get a receipt, et cetera, et cetera. So earlier this week, I was like, I better look into this. So I looked in my credit card statement first, and I noticed, there's no charge for this Home Depot charge, right? Like there should be. So then I logged into my Home Depot account and I got this message. We're sorry, a temporary connection error prevented your request from going through. Please try again. So I did try again and again and again, and it kept not going through. And Home Depot was like, you might need to contact your credit card company. Well, when I was trying to, hey, Pussycat, you know what you could do? You could also remind me to do that. I always forget. I need to have a big note. Now we've got background music too. So I'm calling my credit card company. My credit card company keeps forcing me to reactivate my card, and my card has been activated like at this point 3 or 4 times. Finally, I get fraud comes on the line and is like, your card is being held for fraud. That's why it's not working. And so we fixed that, and then I finally did get the dishwasher ordered. And so I did get an invoice emailed to me like I should have last week. Everything in theory is on the way next Wednesday. But I'm not going to believe it until the first dish is cleaned till I remove the first cleaned dish from my dishwasher. I'm not going to believe I have a dishwasher. And let's see here. Shock. Oh, sorry. I didn't even I didn't even see what you posted. So I wasn't ignoring you. I just completely didn't notice you. And Bacola T, Lono's Nihongo is pretty nice. I don't know what a Nihongo is. What's a what? What are you saying, Bacola T? Nihongo. What is that? What's a nice Nihongo? Oh, he's speaking Japanese and he does good. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yes, I know what song we're listening to now. You see, I don't have it going, so I can't hear it. Let's see here. I know, Charles, appliance drama is never fun. And for the last 18 months, I haven't had my dishwasher, and my dishwasher, as it turns out, is one of my favorite appliances, and I miss it dearly. And the great thing about this dishwasher that I thought I bought, it had gone from $1,000 down to $600. And so I was like, dude, that ain't getting any cheaper. Now, $600 is not cheap, but it is a GE appliance my GE appliance, other than the rat mishap, was still in perfect working order after 20 years. So I was like, yes, I want the GE. It used to be $1,000, now it's 600. It ain't getting any cheaper. I need to hop on it now. And I thought I did hop on it now. As it turns out, I did not. And so, right, Pinnell, it's like your sofa bed. You didn't believe it until it was there. Yeah, I could tell on your Facebook post when you posted that picture, the tone of your like, oh, it's finally here. I could tell that it was just like, there's a story behind that. Oh, it's finally here. And let's see here. So, Poppy Shaney's saying that when he went to Hawaii, he just stayed on West Coast time. That makes sense. If it's such a short trip, might as well. And Pussycat, you're just sitting here bragging. You filled up the dishwasher tonight from last night's special dinner. Beautiful, beautiful. And, Picola Tea, wow. Oh, wow, I didn't know this. Appliances have been back ordered for a really long time. Yours took nearly 5 months. Wow, dude. I think I have a new fear now. I think I know what the next hurdle to this installation is going to be. It's back ordered. Oh, your item is back ordered. Yeah, neat. Let's see here. Terry, oh no, what happened? What? Terry in Scotland, you're in the doghouse with PayPal since Luke sent a donation. They're convinced you're laundering money just because Luke hangs wet dollar bills on his clothesline. Go figure. And, Picola T coming in trying to cover. No. That was almost 2 years ago. Maybe production schedules are caught up these days. Fingers crossed, my friend. Fingers crossed. And, Pussycat, oh no. Are you trying to get an alternator and that, situation isn't happening? Took you 6 months. Oh. And see, Honda, that's a funny joke. It's only a funny joke because it's better be a joke, right? And hope that dishwasher doesn't come by train. Yeah, I hope so too. Let's see here. Never see the B word. I don't know. What did I just say there? The spirits will hear me. I don't know what the B word is, even though I probably already said it. So maybe I shouldn't say it again. And let's see here. Poppy Shaney, you're having a difficult time getting flight suits. Issues for our vendor getting zippers and Nomex. Kind of need those. Small kind. Yeah, exactly. It seems like everything is got some kind of supply chain issue, and it has everything, like, it's always the tiniest, most, like, inconsequential part. But it's, of course, not inconsequential because every part is got a reason. But, like yours, it's just like, well, we can't get zippers. It's like, well, those are really important, but, it's just so random. It's like, oh, yeah, I just can't get the zippers. So, we're going to patch up the old flight suits with, I don't know, denim or something. Yeah, Picola T, I've heard about this. So you put a deposit on a car in September and you expect to get it sometime in mid-2023, delays in ships, etc. Wow. Yeah, I've totally, this new car thing is a huge issue. I know that Andre is also in the market for a new car and experiencing the same thing. There's like no cars on the lots. You have to wait. You have to put down money and then wait. And let's see here. Pinnell, Facebook friend asked you to send books to Taiwan via regular mail, went on a slow boat to China. Ooh, wow. Yeah. So those books will probably be antique by the time your friend gets them over there. And let's see here. Leona DiCaprio. Hey, how you doing? Let's see here. Oh no, Pussycat, you had Hot Wheels shortage during the COVID-19s. That's not good. I know that you like your Hot Wheels. I know that you like them. They're Hot Wheels. And when you've got nothing else to do but stay at home and build your Hot Wheel track, you gotta have the flippin' Hot Wheels, right? Right. And Gina, you know, Velcro seems logical. I wonder if well, Poppy Shani would know why those wouldn't work. Like, are they too is Velcro not or is Velcro flammable? I mean, it does seem like Velcro might be better than a zipper. And let's see here. Oh, she did get them. Took 2 months, you think? Well, at least she got them. Okay, so Poppy is saying that, yeah, okay, Velcro, they do have Velcro that might work. And let's see here. Wow, Picola T, you made a deposit on a car in Vegas. Even with the shipping cost, it will be cheaper than the price in Hawaii since greedy dealers here add a market adjustment fee. Wow, dude. That is crazy. And okay, Poppy Shani, Velcro is not fire resistant, metal zippers are. That was kind of what I was thinking. And let's see here, Puzzycat. Oh yeah, right. When the longshoremen and everybody were on strike and Seattle was, the waters in Seattle, the Puget Sound area, Elliott Bay, all the way out to the ocean were just filled with a traffic jam of freighters. That's right. I forgot about that. And, well, let's see here. But you know, Picola T, that's crazy with your car. How it's actually cheaper to buy it on the mainland and have it shipped over to Hawaii. That's an eye opener. I actually had no idea. I knew that cars in Hawaii were way more expensive, but I honestly did not. It never would have occurred to me that it would have been cheaper to ship your own vehicle over rather than, I mean, come on, isn't it usually better? Isn't it usually better to ship things in bulk, as it were? And let's see here. You won't sell your Mustang. What about your Bronco? What about your Bronco there, Puzzycat? Let's see. So eMusic, you recall decades ago, people were buying new cars in Oregon because it was a lot cheaper. Interesting. Well, that actually, Oregon doesn't have sales tax, so I'm not surprised for that reason. I know that Washington has since written laws to prevent people in Washington state from crossing the border to get, I mean, you can do it, but you're still going to have to pay the sales tax once you register in the state of Washington. And so let's see here. Hawaii dealer wants to add $4,000 on top of car price. Shipping is just over $1,000. Plus, we can visit the kids in San Diego before dropping off at port. Wow. Shipping is just $1,000. That's not that bad at all. And yeah, I figured eMusic, you were talking about people in Hawaii going to Oregon to buy the vehicles. I'm just saying that in decades ago in Washington, people used to do that exact same thing. So I'm not at all surprised that Oregon was like kind of the place to go because it doesn't have sales tax. And if the state of Hawaii doesn't make you pay the equivalent upon entry, then you've already come up, you know, you've practically paid for the shipping. And let's see here. So Kenny's saying the car shortage is so bad, you've had people approach me on the street asking if you want to sell your truck, and Blue is 13 years old and needs paint. Yep. I'm not at all surprised. I know just a few months ago, the dealership that I bought my Subaru from, and my Subaru is like 2004, so it's not new at all. They called me up and wanted to buy my car back, because I guess somebody, I don't know why they wanted to buy my car back, but it was like, hell no, that's my car. It's my only car. And so, you know, I'm like, what? I'm going to sell it to you and then have to go buy a more expensive car? I don't think so. This car's already paid for. It's got something, as Andy Bumatai says, it's got something newer cars don't have. A feature newer cars don't have. It's paid for. And a Pussycat, it sounds like it's only $1,000 maybe to ship it to the islands. Although actually, I don't know if you'd have to ship it to Oahu and then ship it to Maui, or if you could ship it directly to Maui. But shoot, for $1,000 seems kind of doable. So let's see here. Shock Your Dude gets people trying to buy his old mid-80s BMW all the time. All right, yeah, I guess, when people want that kind of car and they see it, they're willing to put it out. I should have, God dang it, if I was thinking, I was at the hardware store yesterday after I fell down, and I saw this cool motorcycle and sidecar combo that was for sale. And I think like the motorcycle was Ursal or something. Ursal? Ursal brand? I don't know. It looked kind of old, like maybe 70s. And they had it for sale. There was no rust or anything. And I can only assume that somebody would want that little thing. But I took a picture of it because it's kind of cool. And I meant to download it so I could share it with you guys today. But I didn't, so I won't. There you go. And let's see here. Charles K., your dealership that services your truck made you an offer $2,000 under what you bought it for in 2016. You know it's bad when dealerships make a good deal. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying a couple streams ago, maybe last stream. One of my friends is an HVAC guy, and so he's got a lot of he does industrial HVAC type stuff, so he's got a lot, and commercial, so he's got a lot of clients in a lot of various industries and businesses, and the car dealerships that he's working with are all telling him the exact same thing. They are offering more money for used cars than they ever have before because there aren't cars on the lot and they just don't got cars to sell. And so it sounds like your area is got the same. I mean, this is a nationwide issue, so of course, but it sounds like you've experienced literally what my friend Terry was saying, or what the owners were telling him, which is like, yeah, things are tight. We're offering more money than we want to because we have to. So, so really, actually, you guys, like, this conversation, I hope, is making you go, huh, that car that I haven't driven for 8 months might be worth something today. So if you've got an extra car laying around, you might want to look into selling it back to a dealership because they need cars, y'all. And yeah, Kenny from the Cove, yeah, you would have had a hard time turning that deal down, but, still got to tell them no, because if you've only got one car, what are you going to do? You have to go buy a new car that they've already paid too much. They already gave somebody else too much money for the car, so now they're going to have to charge you too much money, and so now you're going to pay more money, and so what's the flipping point? But Pussycat, you get calls from the dealership about your Mustang all the time. Yeah, well, and I'm not really surprised about that. I was just kind of surprised, like, this is an 18-year-old Subaru Forester. Why in the flying fork would a dealership be willing to buy that back, like, actively seeking it out? But, yeah, they were. And, let's see here. Poppy Shaney is saying to Charles, you've been reading recently that vehicle repossessions are skyrocketing and the used car market is being flooded. People bought the highly marked up cars during COVID and saying not worth anything close to what I paid. This is within the past month or so. Interesting. Yeah, somebody else on the stream was talking about cars being, it might have been Andre was talking about the repos happening, which seems very counterintuitive to me though, because it's like if the dealerships can't find cars, are saying they can't find cars, and they're willing to pay a lot of money to get the cars, and there's like a flood of repoed cars, why aren't they just using the repo cars to fill their lots with? I don't understand that. Oh, the dealership might want parts. Okay. And let's see here. And you wonder if collector cars prices have gone up or down. Vintage cars come with their own maintenance problems. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about that, obviously, because I don't, well, what I can tell you is my friend Terry did just buy a vintage car. It was a 57 Ford Fairlane, and he tried to, he tried to low bid the dealer that was selling it, and that dealer basically told him actually told him the message the message that he made the offer, and then the person who got back to him said, the manager says you can go F yourself, only that's not what the manager really said. So I'm guessing that no, the collector car market is still at least for that one car, you're still paying top dollar. And let's see here, Bobby Shaney. Many new car dealers in NorCal saying they have new cars and no markup, and the lots are starting to look like pre-COVID. I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't remember what they looked like before COVID. I'm assuming. Well, see, I don't really know what they looked like before COVID because we were still having supply chain demands before COVID happened. I mean, our supply chain issues started in August of 2019. COVID started in March of 2020. So I mean, we had a supply chain issue already before COVID. COVID just sort of spread it out or made it longer. So I don't really know what the lots looked like before COVID because I don't really know. Terry, given UK gas prices, you've had several offers to purchase your donkey. That's so funny. Let's see here. Yeah, Kenny from the Cove. Right, what are you gonna do? Sell your only car and start using your walker as your sole means of transportation? The walker doesn't have a CD player. Exactly. And let's see here. Chuck, what are the peeps saying about the rail strike? I actually haven't reached out to them. I've been meaning to, and I keep forgetting. So I'm going to write that down because I've got three people in 3 different parts of the country. Well, that's not true. They're all west, like Nevada and West Coast. But I've got 3 different people that I can talk to about this. So I will. So I cannot say. And then Picola T, the Ukraine situation also threw a wrench into the supply chain network. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of issues, from the tariffs that, got the Chinese tariffs and then the European war and then the COVIDs and the whole 9. Yeah, it was just one little economic punch after another. So, let's see here. So Bobby Shaney, okay. Oh, okay, so you just drove past the Roseville Auto Mall today and amazed at how many cars, both new and used, are on the lots. Okay, cool. Well, that sounds like a nice switch, because it seems like prior to maybe now, there's been some woe within the used car or new and used car dealership world. So, all right, Pink Cat 69, you and your argument are having a roommate, or maybe you're having an argument with your roommate. I don't know if I can help you settle it, but if it's something like which is better, Spam or corned beef, well, we could have a discussion about which is better, Spam or corned beef. But it all depends. It all depends on the argument, my friend. All right, see, this is a conversation that we maybe can get involved in. I think that, let's see, he will literally go hungry if they're not. Well, I'm not so sure that he's a serial killer in the making. But what I am pretty sure of is there's a time limit on chicken nuggets. And if you're not eating them, then I'm going to eat them. And so you will go hungry. So, it's his loss. It's his loss. But I do think that this is a really, I do think that your roommate has a very weird quirk, because dinosaur, or animal shaped. I mean, I don't know, I can see why you think he might be a serial killer, though, because, you know, chickens are modern-day dinosaurs. And so, in a way, only eating the dinosaur-shaped ones almost seems like there's a bit of logic to it. But yeah, I would definitely say the end result is, if I'm in the room, if I'm in the room and you don't eat your chicken nuggets after a while, then I might eat them. And you won't have any chicken nuggets left. And there you go, you'll be sad. And let's see here. And Grackle Us, first time chat. See, we got some new chatters here coming in, and I hope laughing. But good question. What do you dip your chicken nuggies in? Honeyed mustard is your fave. Honestly, I'm a barbecue sauce girl, but honey mustard is acceptable. I'm not a big fan of the sweet and sour sauce usually, but homemade sweet and sour sauce is good. But I will say that there's nothing wrong with a nice little ketchup and mayonnaise mix, which I know is white trash, but that's okay. And Shock, you never dip nuggets when you ate them? You're a chicken nugget purist? I can appreciate you that. Yeah, that too. I can appreciate that. I sometimes like my nuggies all naked too. Naked nuggies are tasty. And Gina, you can have the sweet and sour. Gina, actually, I kind of misspoke. I like sweet and sour sauce a lot, but the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce, which for some reason when they're saying nuggets and sauces, I immediately just go to the McDonald's flavors. I don't like their sweet and sour sauce. But I probably wouldn't mind. I've never done this, but chicken nuggets with tartar sauce or with ranch would probably be okay too. And okay, Gina, yeah, the Mickey D stuff is trash. Totally. And Rick, skip the nuggets, just one Costco rotisserie for you. Fair enough. Let's see here. And Puzzycat, you're saying Chick-fil-A, they've got buffalo sauce. Buffalo sauce I'm afraid of because I'm afraid it's too hot. And let's see here. Bacola D, how pure can a nugget be if it's not shaped like the chicken? Well, it can be shaped like a dinosaur, right? There you go. And let's see here. Shock, you're saying that ketchup and mayo is a German thing for pommes frites. I didn't know that the Germans added the ketchup to their mayonnaise. I did know that, the Belgians, they like dipping French fries just in mayonnaise, which I guess is fine, but it's better with mayonnaise and ketchup. And let's see here. Oh, chicken nuggets in maple syrup. Well, now, where is Vanilla Coke Pepsi with this? Because I can only assume he would approve of this post. I've never had chicken nuggets in maple syrup, and I don't know what Yum Yum sauce is, but okay. And you are very true. The sauce depends on the quality of the nugget. Yeah, because if it's a super good nugget, then you really don't need a dipping sauce. But if it's, subpar, then sometimes, you need to make the sauce needs to make it work, basically. You wonder what the best species of dino makes the most tasty nugget. What is it? A potosaurus? A potatosaurus? No, I don't think it says a potatosaurus. I don't know what a potosaurus is, but I do think that Hey, yeah. Pink Cat, I have to wonder, does your roommate have a preference of the shape of dinosaur? Like, does it have to be a certain kind of dinosaur? Do the different dinosaurs taste better? Brontosaurus is so much better than a T-Rex. And Sheena, you know it. Words are hard. And Shock, when were chicken nuggets invented anyway? I don't really know when they were invented, but I think McDonald's came out with chicken McNuggets like, 1982 or something like that. Exactly, Kenny. If it's really a superior nugget, the only thing I'm dipping it in is your gaping maw. And yeah, E-Music, exactly. It was sometime in the early 80s that Chicken McNuggets by McDonald's came out, but I can only hope and assume that somebody had thought to chop chunks of chicken meat up and batter them and deep fry them. I mean, McDonald's couldn't have possibly been the first rest or kitchen to come up with that idea, right? I mean, right? And yes, Poppy Shaney, I agree. See, I agree. Your assignment is to get to the bottom of that question. We expect a full report with graphs, photos, and supporting text. And already coming in with the facts, Google says they were invented in the 50s. Yeah, see, that makes way more sense. I mean, I know McDonald's had their date, but McDonald's definitely could not have thought of them. Hey, Doe, good to see you. We are talking about Chicken McNuggets and what the best shape of a McNugget, if it's a dinosaur-shaped Chicken McNugget, what is the best dinosaur-shaped Chicken McNugget that's the tastiest? And, E-Music, is that what it was? McDonald's was trying to compete with Kentucky Fried Chicken? Probably makes sense. That totally stands to reason. And yeah, exactly, Pussycat. They were probably the first to mass produce them. Well, you know what, though? I don't know if that would be true, because I feel like we might need to go down, this rabbit hole together one day. But I think, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Tyson or other chicken manufacturers had them, sold them frozen. But, let's see here. Though the origin, I don't know if... Now, Terry in Scotland, his news and words are oftentimes funny and hysterical, but other times he's very serious. And I'm really not sure which one this is. So Terry says, though the origin of chicken nuggets, like so many food items, remains disputed, it's commonly accepted that agricultural scientist Robert C. Baker invented chicken nuggets in a laboratory at Cornell University in 1963. Now, I don't know what, I don't know why I don't believe that, except for, exactly, Picola T, anybody else scared at the idea of nuggets being invented in a lab? Yeah, precisely. Like, what do you mean? I thought that a chicken McNugget, no, that's not true. I knew that a chicken McNugget was not this, but I assumed that a chicken nugget was originally invented in someone's kitchen when they cut up a bunch of chicken and battered it and deep fried it. But I guess what Terry's probably really saying is it's the Terry, actually, no, I do believe you. It's just the whole lab created, makes me shiver. And I know why it was created in the lab, in the sense that it's, made with, like, I think Anne was saying, like, I thought chicken nuggets were just made for the, use remnants of leftover chicken meaty parts. So, you got to figure out how to squish them together and make them like one piece of meat. So I see how there's a laboratory origin, absolutely, but it's still disturbing. It is still disturbing as heck. And let's see here. Oh no, Poppy Shaney is coming in with alternate facts. It was Dr. Cornelius Bannedenkering whatever from Stanford that invented the nugget in 1965. Banda Ike. I don't even know how to say Dr. Cornelius's last name. And let's see here. And has anyone watched Fast Food Nation? It's the history of the nugget. A lot of fast food came from trying to profit from unusable leftover bits of food. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's how what is it? The pink slime controversy happened. I don't even remember what the pink slime is. Oh, I think that's ground beef that they use like in Taco Bell or whatever. But yeah, I remember the pink slime controversy a little while ago. And tater tots, exactly. Tots are a perfect example. And actually, they're the perfect example because they're the least gross example of all of the examples that we're talking about here. And Kenny, I think Kenny's coming in with the real deal. Dr. Franken Nugget. That's, duh. You guys, how did we not know that? How did that miss us? Dr. Franken Nugget is who invented the chicken nugget. And Brada Bruce coming in. What? We were originally talking about chicken nuggets, and then we evolved into food made from a laboratory. Is kind of how we got to Dr. Franken Chicken Nugget, or Franken Nugget there, Brada Bruce, to just sort of sum things up, wrap things up real quick lack. So, all right. So, I think we're going to take a quick Lono break, and we're going to point and laugh about how we make Franken Nuggets, and we're able to make Franken Nuggets because, after all, life is pretty good.
Okay, Kent and Angie, key of G. In the light of the river that flows, carries the lake, through the ocean it will go, then out to the sea, over the horizon, somewhere in a new world, waiting for something alone. And in this moment, I found a few friends who brought me comfort and joy. When the light shines on each brand new day, and you see its rays through the cloudiest of days, and you see the light of your life racing in front of you, there we will stand and try again. For just one moment, I still remember you, for all the good things we share. Yeah, and we know life is pretty good. The sun is shining. When you get there, give me a call if you would. I'm just waiting. And the last time that we said goodbye, I could not feel the pain. Oh, I will try to feel the love that two people feel for one another, looking for bright days. I see your smile when I'm okay. Wonderful life is what we dream of. I see the light in your eyes. Yeah, we know life is pretty good. Sun is shining. When you get there, give me a call if you would. I'm just waiting. Yeah, we know life is pretty good. Sun is shining. Get there, give me a call if you would. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Life is pretty good.
All right, there we have it. Got the Lono t-shirt. Does that count for a partial costume? Well, I think it just might, you know. And honestly, Lono t-shirt, get yourself a sunglasses, hat, and one of them long there white wigs. You got yourself a great costume. And let's see here, Rick. I talked to Lono before I did that drop to make sure he was cool with it. And of course, he's cool. There you go. Yep. Of course, he's cool. And you did a really good one there, Rick, because honestly, you don't have to grow your hair out to look like Lono. And so, Rick, of all people, he really should be Lono for Halloween this year, because he's basically got the costume pretty much already on his head. He just needs to put the sunglasses and the hat on, and he's good to go. Walk around with an ukulele, a Lono t-shirt, and he's just, yeah, he's got it all. And let's see here. So looks like we're all in love with Lono's hair, and Pussycat might need a wig for his Halloween costume. So yeah, there you go. Just make sure you got to get it really white, because in that video his hair was so beautiful and white. So you got to get it all white. And let's see here. Yeah, exactly, Poppy Shaney. Rick can be Lono for Halloween and Santa at Christmas. And music, maybe Lono will be Rick this Halloween. That would be hysterical. That would be so funny if he did that. Of course, nobody would get it except for us. But you know, he'd go walking around his little neighborhood on Molokai. I'm Rickfoot. Nobody knows who Rickfoot is, but we do. And let's see here. And where can we grow our own Franken-Lono in a lab for Halloween? I don't know, dude. I'm not so sure that's a good idea. You saw what happened with Dr. Frankenfurter and his android man that he built in Rocky Horror Picture Show, and things did not end well for Frankenfurter or for the man he built. And I'm just not so sure it's a good plan. I mean, we can try, but I don't know if it's a good idea, because if Frankenfurter wasn't able to do it successfully, he was an actual mad scientist. We're not. We don't even have a lab. So let's see here. You forgot about Rickfoot. Yep. Rickfoot for sure. That would be a very cute Halloween costume, actually. And Rick could even do it. He could be his own Rickfoot, dressed as Rickfoot. And let's see. Oh, and you know what though, and upon further reflection, Rocky Horror Picture Show took place a long time ago, like 75, so 85, 95, 2005. So it took place almost 40 years ago. And so technology has improved. So perhaps we can build our own Lono Frankenstein. And maybe the technology has evolved in the last 40 years. So we can have our own, what was it, Lono-stein, Franken-Lono? That's right, we have cloned sheep already. That is right, we have. Let's see here. Pussycat, play Young Frankenstein next movie night. You know what? I don't know if I've got that anymore. We played it during last season's Satterbox at the Cinema during this time of year, but I don't remember if I have it still on my system. If I do have it on my system, I can totally play that. And let's see here. Kenny from the Cove, if you can't find a wig for your pumpkin spice costume, you're going to cover yourself in leaves and go as Fern Man. And, Darlene is saying, wait to see what comes in the mail, maybe. Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm not going to promise Young Frankenstein then. Let me just tell you that. But I will go into my movie archives and see if I can find it. And I'll have it on cue just in case. But it sounds like we might have a special movie maybe on the way. So I don't even know. So it's sort of like Christmas. Neat. Sort of like Christmas. And let's see here. And where maybe Frank and Lono's Around the World would cause too much smooth and music mojo to be released. Yeah, I can appreciate that. We might overwhelm the things will become out of balance with too much Lono mellow coolness. And Picola T, yes, I still think the Old Spice Girl costume would be hilarious because there's a lot of ways you could go with that. You know, you could go with, there's a lot of ways that could be done. I think that was funny. And where I agree, I just don't think us humans could handle all that awesomeness. Too many Lonos. Instead of the Primus song, Too Many Puppies, it's a new song called Too Many Lonos. But if you don't know the song Too Many Puppies, then never mind. Oh, yes, there we have it. And now, Kenny, what were you thinking? What kind of wig are you thinking you need for your old pumpkin spice girl, or for your not old pumpkin spice girl, your pumpkin spice girl? And let's see here. Poppy Shaney is warning me that I will be very happy when Darlene sends you a package. I'm speaking from experience. Oh, oh, Poppy Shaney, don't even get me started. You don't even know. I can't even tell you how. Yes, every package I've gotten from Darlene has been wonderful. And the silly, stupid granola and the cookies and the biscotti and the everything. I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, her packages are super good. And, and then I got fancy gloves and a little warm headband also. Yeah, Darlene sends some of the best packages, without a doubt. So I am for certain excited to see what might be coming in my mail. And let's see here. Okay, so, Darlene says ginger red wig, and then Kenny was thinking of a copper-colored beehive wig. Okay, well, a copper-colored beehive wig is going to be a little bit hard to find, as I'm sure you know. But if you're just going to go with a ginger red wig like Darlene suggested, I'll bet you would be able to find that. I would be willing to bet that you would be able to find one of those either at the Spirit Halloween stores, or quite possibly for very cheap on Amazon, because you can get cheap Amazon wigs. But have you looked online for a copper-colored beehive wig? Because come on, dude, you got to get cracking. We're almost at the spooky day, and let's see here, Gina, Lono impersonators invading Molokai like Elvis impersonators in Vegas. Oh God, that would be hysterical. I mean, I'm not so sure that Lono would find that as hysterical as all of us would, but yeah, there you go. And where they must dive from the plane without the gorgeous hair wigs flying off. There you go. Oh my goodness. And let's see here. Oh, okay. It looks like we've got some situations going on here. If I can check my email, picture might be funny. I don't know if I can check my email. That big bright white thing that's on my face is me checking my email right now. Should I check my email? Well, I am. And let's see what we got here. Oh. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to see if I can... You guys, I'm going to see if I can share this. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to see... Oh, no. All right. I can't share the picture yet. I have to go through fancy things. But Poppy Shaney sent me a really funny picture, and I promise you I will be sharing it. And hold on, I'm writing it down. I'll be sharing it next stream because, let me tell you, everyone deserves to see that picture. And let's see, Doe Hendrickson is saying, you missed this group, wish you'd whisper, but your old email blocked it. If you can change it, all your pictures may get deleted. Oh no! You can receive whisper, but you just can't respond. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. And you must delete this chat. I don't think Lono would approve of fandom shown in the form of mass impersonation. I agree. I don't think that he would think it's nearly as funny as we are. But alas, I'm going to be a rebel and I'm not going to delete this chat. So there you go. Kenny from the Cove, your last Halloween at work, you went as a dedicated employee. Nobody knew it was me. There you go. That's it. That's funny. Terry in Scotland, you have a copper-colored beehive, but it's not a wig. Well, then I guess you're not going to be able to send it to Kenny from the Cove unless you spray your copper-colored beehive all in one place and then carefully shave it off. Then you can send your real human hair beehive over to Kenny, and that wouldn't be creepy at all. Pussycat, you're going as Photo Luke and for Hawaii. Wow, yeah, you're doing that, aren't you? You're going as Photo Luke Hawaii for Halloween. That'll work, I guess, but you're gonna have to walk around filming everybody. And Kenny from the Cove, I'm not putting that on my head. Bees might get the wrong idea. And you're officially retract all your silly Frank and Lono ideas. Unofficially, though. You guys are so silly. You guys are so silly. All right, well, it is getting to be the time where we want to think about wrapping things up. Now, I had a whole different show planned today. I had a bunch of different stuff about rewilding the Great Plains. It was going to be Rewilding Wednesday, but alas, the chatter scattered in such incredible ways that we got to go spiraling out of control in a different direction. So, which is exactly awesome. That's what I love. And Pussycat, you've got a selfie stick. Well, then there you go. Good start. And Gina, exactly. This was a super fun chat. I only get things usually ready in case the chat isn't popping like it is. But today the chat was just popping. And I have to say, I really think a lot of it has to do with those random folk who may or may not still be in the chat who came in asking about the chicken nuggets. And yeah, exactly. Cola Tea, pass the nuggets, please. That is exactly it. So next Saturday, I don't know what we're going to be watching because I've got 2 or 3 different options. First off, we've been hinted that there is maybe something in the mail for next week. Then, of course, we have the potential Young Frankenstein. And then I have another movie that I'm searching out, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in time. So we've got a bunch of different options that may or may not happen on Saturday. So we're just going to have to all tune in on Saturday to find out what in the flying fork it is we're going to be watching on Saturday. So Satterbacks at the Cinema this Saturday, 6 p.m. West Coast time is still up in the air. However, if you plan accordingly and plan ahead, you might want to make some chicken nuggets to snack on because it seems like chicken nuggets are maybe the new snack food of the Statterbox crew. And let's see here. It looks like Cola Tea, yeah, she wants some nuggets. Darlene wants some nuggets. Exactly. We better all get some nuggets ready for Saturday. And Kenny, I'm glad we had this time together just to have a laugh, share a song. Seems like we just get started. Before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. There we go, says Carol Burnett. Yep, wiggling her earlobe. Wasn't she wiggling her earlobe to tell her kid to go to sleep or say hello to her kid or something like that? And Pinnell, not at all surprised after today's chat that people might be a little hungry. So exactly, time for a processed chicken yum yum. Okay, y'all, we will see each other soon, hopefully on Saturday, and if not on Saturday, we'll see each other on Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. I'm so glad we were able to hang out today, and Cola Tea with the words of wisdom, just don't eat the spongy gray nuggets. No, it's the gray spongy nuggets you want to keep away from. However, Poppy Shaney did point out that the blue spongy burgers are good. So, you know, if you come across a blue spongy chicken nugget, give it a try. It might not be that bad. And thanks for the 200 biddies. Super stoked you're able to do that. That is super awesome. And all right then, blue spongy nuggets. That'll be what we're ending on. Have yourself a great one, guys.